and Tasty Cakes podcast. I'm Bert Lepore. He's Sammy of Monte Carlo. We're hanging here with Angry Mike D, and we talk about music, movies, and so much more.
All right, we're back. Another episode of Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes. This one we're doing album reviews. Got 3 of them. Extreme 6 we're going to do first, and then we have King Gizzard and the Electric Wizard. You
can't say it. How do you say it, Mike? Mike knows.
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
There you go.
Okay.
I want to hear you say the album title. Oh no, you got to go the whole thing.
Well, you're gonna have to say it because I can't say. I only said the first part of it. I can't do the rest of it. Too much going on. And then we got what else? Then we got one more after that.
Avenged Sevenfold, new album.
Yeah. Life is beautiful. So what we're going to do here, guys, so we're going to run all 3 as separate things. So if you don't want to watch one or the other, you could skip it through. So it's going to be same episode, 3-part broken down. Okay, so we're going to do Extreme first. We're going to go from what we think is the worst track as a whole, because we didn't agree a lot on some of the stuff. So as a whole, and bring it down from 12 to 1 and give our thoughts on it. So Extreme 6. The album's out right now.
We should probably change it. It probably shouldn't be worse. It should probably be like, well, I guess best to worst. I mean, the worst on an album doesn't mean it's a shitty song. Just
right. Least to best. Maybe least to best.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it's really, that's not fair either, right? So so we're going to go all together. So Extreme, the album 6. Here we go. Coming in number 12 for us. Beautiful Girls. Damo, what you got?
I thought it was, I think it's a great song. Not my cup of tea, not something I will listen to, but it's I mean, if it was Taylor Swift singing or somebody like that, it would be all over the radio. It's a hit single. I mean, I would not be surprised if it's like a breakout hit for them, like a legitimate hit, because it's just like a real like happy poppy acoustic. Is it like acoustic?
Yeah, it's got that.
It's got Caribbean feel.
Jamaican kind of reggae vibe, kind of.
Yeah, it's got like a dance feel without being a dance song. Mm-hmm. It got like a summer kind of vibe to it. Yeah, I think I ranked this one the highest. I gave it like a 9.5, but you guys didn't agree with that, because it's wound being the worst.
Right. So that shows you how, like, when we collectively put the numbers together, it's weird, because Dame ranked it at 9.5 and Mike ranked it the lowest. I was somewhere in between. So Mike D.
I didn't rank it like that because it was my favorite song. It definitely isn't, but I'm just looking at it as a whole, as a good song or bad song, regardless of who did it. That's how I ranked it. So.
Yeah, that's fair. Mike D. Beautiful Girls. What do you got?
I gave this a 1, and before I even get into this, I like Extreme, and they've always done different styles and different types of songs on their albums, so I'll give it to them for that. But this just reminded me like a cheap ripoff of a summer song. I couldn't take it. It was so fucking cheesy. It made me want to forget my own existence. I couldn't even listen to this song in one sitting. I had to take it in 3 parts, and I was equally as sick each time. I'd rather listen to Bobby McFerrin and Who Let the Dogs Out than this. I heard Sugar Ray do songs like this and do it much better, and I don't like Sugar Ray.
Wow.
But Damien's right. It probably will be a hit because this is the shit that we get.
Wow. So Dame went a 9.5 on this. Mike went with a 1, which is crazy, I think. But for me, I went middle of the road, a little better than middle of the road. I went with a 7, and I'll tell you why I went with a 7. I think it's a little out of place on the record. It's got that Jason Mraz kind of feel to it. Which isn't a bad thing for that type of music. It's a fun song. It's a well-written tune. It's definitely a summer pop written song. They put it out now. It'll probably be a crossover hit. Not my cup of tea, but I could see people really digging this song. It's just not for me, but I think Dame hit it on the head. I think where people will, it's a good summer drinking song, or day drinking song or something. It's got that good time feel, and it's probably a little poking
I
fun
would
at some
throw
Van
up my
Halen
liquor
stuff.
if I was drinking to this.
Yeah, well, you're a hard critic.
Yeah,
Now,
tough crowd.
do I think
Oh.
it deserves a 9.5? No. Do I think it deserves a 1? Absolutely not. Somewhere in between, maybe. Okay, so moving on to number 11. Here's to the losers. What you got, Damo?
Yeah, this one was it was okay. I mean, it was a good song. Bass. I could do without them. Not really my thing. I think I gave it like a 7 out of 10. Again, really good song. I just I'd rather hear the the more rocker type stuff.
Yep. Mike D, what do you got?
Yeah, I didn't like it the first time I heard this song, and it kind of grew on me. And the reason why is it's the lyrics. It's like this song is the opposite of We Are the Champions. And I think at sporting events, when you lose in your arena or whatever, they should play this for you. This should be the end song. Here's for the losers. So you could do some stuff with this song. It might not be, loved, but it could be fun.
I gave this one a 6. It was my least favorite song on the record. It has that end of the movie thing, the feel good thing that the guy that didn't get a chance finally gets the girl or makes that shot that he wasn't supposed to make in basketball. It's too corny for me. Yeah, it's a soundtrack song. That's all I got. My least favorite on the record. Coming in number 10, Hurricane. What you got, Damo?
Yeah, this was another just but straight up acoustic and vocal song. No drums in it. Not my least favorite, but my second to least favorite. I gave it a 6 out of 10. Again, it's just same as like the other one. Didn't really do too much for me.
Okay. Mike D.
Yeah, I'm with Damien on this one. It was kind of, what was it? Nuno and Gary going back and forth with the vocals, and just I don't know. It sounded kind of forced to me. I wasn't a fan of it.
I gave Hurricane an 8. It's got a really guitar and the cool guitar and melody lines in it. The back and forth harmony and the back and forth singing I kind of dig. It works with them well. But it's all about the melody. For me, I kind of rated the song more as a writer, and the melody is really, really good. I love all the harmonies in it. It's they could pull this off. It works for them. Not my favorite song on the record, but probably out of all the slow ones that are on the record, this is probably the best written one, I think. Okay, coming in at number 9, Other Side of the Rainbow. What you got, Damo?
This is one of my favorite ones on the record. It's a mellower song, but it's the full band, and it kind of reminds me of, and I know I shit on the Foo Fighters a lot, but it reminds me of at times a Foo Fighters song, and it's it's great, man. I think it's a great song. The great friggin' harmonies and in the chorus and everything, and just really well done. I gave it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, pretty high, definitely pretty high. Mike D, what do you got?
Yeah, this really didn't do it for me. I'm not a slow song guy. I'm not that's not my tempo right there. And it just seems like, I don't know, I want to say cheesy. Like I kind of heard it before, but it wasn't terrible, but I could have done without it.
Other Side of the Rainbow, I gave it a 6. Very well written song. A bit too lovey-dovey for me, but I would definitely understand why people like it. There's, not my thing, but I could see why people would like it. It's just it's a little corny lovey-dovey. It's got a place somewhere. It's just not my place. All right, so
so you can get your chick to listen to the album.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, exactly. Moving on to number 8. Save Me. What do you got, Damo?
This was cool tune. Definitely a heavier one. Kind of reminds me, it had like a kind of like a King's X feel. I thought, not one of my favorite ones on the album, but definitely like a good heavier mid tempo song. I gave it 7 out of 10.
Cool. Mike D.
Yeah, I kind of like this one, a little groovy kind of rocker. Reminded me in the chorus a little bit of what was it, Alice in Chains, maybe Man in the Box a little bit, but I thought it was pretty good.
For Save Me, I gave it a 7 also, Dame. Great melodic opening. The tunes that are really good and solid are really good and solid. And it's a good song. It's got a good chorus. It's a midline good track, All right, guys, coming in at number 7, Small Town Beautiful. What you got, Damo?
I think I gave us 8 out of 10. For the slower songs, I thought it was probably the best out of the bunch. It's just another not 100% acoustic. You got the band in it, but it is like acoustic based ballad. Yeah, good song, I thought.
Mike D, Small Town Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm with Damien on this one. It was probably the best of the slower ones. I gave it a 7. A little, Beatle-ish, kind of little sappy feel to
it. Small Town Beautiful, I gave a 7.5. The weird thing is, after 3 bangers on the record, right, they hit you with 3 right off the bat. The next 2 tracks are ballad types, which is weird. The back-to-back ballad thing, we talked about this last time. I don't understand the back-to-back ballad kind of thing. You want to have you want to have this when you're doing the record. So I understand where it dips a little bit, but dipping twice, I don't know. Kind of lost the feel to me for it. It's another well-written song. It killed the momentum a little bit, I think, after the first 3 bangers. They hit 2 in a row. They're kind of slow. It has that Bon Jovi vibe that we always bring up. It's got the if Bon Jovi did this song 8 years ago, man, it would be on the radio still. It's got that Bon Jovi feel, man. Definitely had got a Dear Prudence melody floating in there also, which everybody does that. So it's just common. Every songwriter has a Dear Prudence kind of sound spot. Overall, it's a good song for what it is. It is. Number 6, The Mask. What you got, Damo?
This is my least favorite easily.
Wow.
I think the verses are fucking horrible. I'm going totally angry Mike D on this one. If the choruses weren't good, I would probably give it a 0. I absolutely fucking hate the verses. Fucking terrible.
Wow.
I think it's the bass player singing.
I think it's Nuno.
Well, whoever's singing should fucking probably stay away, because it's just it's just so like fucking awful, like Yarler, fucking Creed. I hate that shit. I absolutely hate it. Don't sing like that. Like yar here.
I gotta stop doing that stuff.
Yar. Do not do that.
Wow.
Terrible. And for me to give it a 5 was because I thought the choruses were good, and musically I liked it, but I don't know why they went with that delivery on the verse. But hey, you guys thought otherwise, because you ranked it pretty high.
Mike D, what do you got?
Yeah, I like this. I mean, after those 2 slow songs and the first 3 rockers, I mean, this one kind of was it picked up the pace again, and I'm like, that's not Nuno or Gary singing on this. I couldn't even figure out it was the bass player. Okay.
That's what I heard. I probably should look that up. But
I don't know. I guess that little Jarl don't bother me as much as it bothers Damien. I don't want to hear it every song, but I don't know. I kind of like the song.
Yeah, I mean, I gave The Mask a 9.25. I ranked it pretty high.
Oh, wow. You really? I gave it an 8.5.
Yeah. I ranked it high. I like the opening drum part. I dig the vocals and the words. I think it's got a real cool pre-chorus and chorus. I love the chorus.
Red flags right there, Bert. Red flags.
Yeah, me and Dame. We usually we're close in agreement. Me and Dame, opposite sides of the spectrum on this tune.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
not for
stuff.
me. Not for me.
I like The Mask. I kind of dug it. All right, going into our our number 5 spot, Banshee. What do you got, Damo?
This was might have been like the most extreme sounding song on the album, I thought, and it probably my favorite one. Its chorus is catchy as hell. I mean, it sounds like it could have been a Van Halen song.
Yeah,
but it's extreme. It sounds just like something like their old stuff. And the chorus is great, really catchy. I gave it a 9 out of 10. Probably should have gave it 10 out of 10, but
okay, Mike D.
9 out of 10 will do.
Special about wrong with that.
Mike,
Yeah,
Mike,
just
Mike,
your
Mike, you got to do it again. It totally froze. So I'm going to count down that, and I'll go to you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mike D. Banshee.
Yeah, I kind of like this track. It sounded like the old Extreme. It wasn't anything like super special, but it was a good rocker. It's kind of sounded a little bit on the Aerosmith side to me. Nothing wrong with that.
Banshee, I gave it an 8.25. Real good melody flow, nice pre-chorus, and the chorus, like Dame said, man, it reminds me of Van Halen. Definitely reminds me of Van Halen. I like it. It's a solid good tune. Okay, coming in 4th place, Thicker Than Blood. What you got, Damo?
I like this one a lot, man. I had like an electronic, not industrial, but definitely like an electronic modern vibe, and the pre-chorus kind of remind me of like Michael Anthony bass playing, like something like from Van Halen. And but I thought the tune was great, man.
Mike D, what do you got? Thicker Than Blood.
I gave it 8.
Yeah,
8.5 out of 10. I gave it.
Sorry, what'd you give Damo?
8.5 out of 10.
Mike D.
Yeah, I mean, nice little industrial electro groove going on there. I kind of like this one. I gave it an 8.
Thicker Than Blood, I gave it an 8.75. Got a bit of that industrial feel to it. 9 Inch Nails thing going on. The one thing about this record that's really cool, it's not boring. It's all over the fucking place.
Which has a lot of different shit on it.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
Definitely. This album's not boring, that's for sure. It's a good tune. I like it a lot. Here we go. Top 3. Let's roll the bangers come in. #Rebel. What you got there, Damo?
Yeah, I like this one too. Another good one. I gave it 8 out of 10. Yeah, pretty cool tune.
Mike D.
Yeah, I gave this an 8.5. Really in the face rocker. Kind of remind me a little on the Soundgarden side. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I gave Rebel 9.5, man. I dig it. It's got a cool opening riff, good melodies. The deep vocal parts are really good. All the awesome harmonies. I dig the vocal line. Sharon sounds great on this record, and so does Nunu, man. And the band. I mean, they're on fire, with the first 3 songs. And this song was really, really, really good. Coming in number 2 spot, X Out. What do you got, Damo?
Another one, man. Probably one of my favorite songs on the album. Kind of has like kind of like a synth wave, kind of synth vibe to it, man. A lot of cool keyboards. Definitely like modern sounding song. Great chorus. Really, really liked it. I liked the weird electronic stuff on this album. I think it really worked for them.
Mm-hmm.
Mike D, what do you got on X Out? I'm sorry.
What did I give this one? Which one?
X Out.
X Out, was it?
Yep.
Yeah, I gave it 9 out of 10.
There you go. Mike D, X Out.
Yeah, I like this one. Started out sort of like another little industrial rocker, but then it has these like atmospheric parts in it. That's just like really cool. Like in between, it's a really layered song. I gave this a 8.
Yeah, guys, for me, X Out, I gave it a 9.5. It's a sleeper on this record for me, man. Cornell type vocals. Sharon's got the Cornell thing down, man. It shows how good Gary Sharon really is. I mean, he gets flack with the Van Halen stuff, which I think is ridiculous because he could do the Dave and the Sammy stuff. So I can't stand when people go, oh, Gary. Gary's awesome, dude. He can do both. And I love the funky sound it's got. It goes into this moody, spacey, melodic part. This is a great record, man. And This song should have been the album closer. This should have been the last song on the record, in my opinion. Yeah, I love it. I love it. All right, guys, going into the number one spot for Extreme, the 6th album, Rise. What you got, Damo?
Yeah, I gave it 8.5 out of 10. I thought it was a great tune, great opening song. One of the best guitar solos I've ever heard, I think. And yeah, awesome song.
Mike D, Rise.
Yeah, man. You know what? This one grew on me because this is the first one they released, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, it's okay. But the more I heard this, I'm like, man, this song just really kicks ass here. It's got that little STP feel to it, but like Damien said, man, that guitar solo was wicked. It's got that flamenco kind of sound mixed into it. It's just ridiculous.
Okay, for me, Rise, I think it's a dynamite song. I really like this one a lot. I picked up the Stone Temple Pilots melody right off the bat. It's one we all borrow at times, I'm sure. It's real good, and Jerome pulls it off. Man, the chorus is really cool. It's probably one of the best guitar solos I ever heard. I mean, it's like if anybody forgot about Nunu, well, guess what? Not no more. Nunu's like significant hugely right now.
Nunu.
Nunu. No, I call him Nunu. Nuno.
No.
Nunu.
Nunu.
You know what I mean. But yeah. The solo is amazing, man.
The solo,
the Han Solo, the solo is amazing. You're fucking killing me.
The Sulo, and the
Sulu.
It's definitely one of the best guitar solos I heard in years, man. There's a vocal harmony part, one part of the guitar solo too, which is really, really cool. It's one of the best Extreme songs, I think, out of their whole catalog. I think it ranks pretty damn high. Okay, guys. So as we wrap up the Extreme record, we're going to give our final thoughts and then our scores. Damo, final thought.
Great album, a lot of variety. Kind of wish maybe they would have had, like one less like a acoustic type song, but nevertheless, even the bad songs were really good, well-written songs, and really, really good, solid record.
Mike D, your final thought.
Yeah, man, Extreme. I always liked Extreme. They were one of my favorite bands when I was younger. Recently, I tried to listen to them again, and it just didn't have that same feel. So when you told me about a month or two ago that a new Extreme album was coming out, I was kind of a little like, who cares? I heard the song the first time. I was like, it's so. But it wasn't until I heard this album, like, man, I'm like, this really kicks ass. There's a couple bad ones, but for the most part, this album it's a great album.
Yep. My final thought. I think it's a fantastic record. Extreme is alive and well. Like, they survived the whole deal. They're alive and well. They haven't lost step either, man. I mean, the band's just so good. The album's different, but it still keeps that distinctive Extreme sound in there. So they strayed, but not too far. They were able to take a shitload of different stuff. Yeah, they were able to take a shitload of different stuff and sound relevant still today and not lose what they sound like, which is tough. I mean, like I said, the band's on fire as far as performance goes. Nuno. I said it right this time, right? Nuno. Did I say it right? Nuno. Nuno is just on another level. Sharon's on another level.
Nuno.
But for me, so far, this is one of the best records of the year. When we do our year-end thing, this is, maybe we'll do a big year-end thing this year. This ranks pretty. This is going to rank pretty high, man. This is really good. We gave it a collective score of 7.6, which probably should have got a little higher, I think. So it's good. It got a good rating, but it probably should have got an 8, at least an 8. But yeah, it's worth listening to. It's worth listening to again. The replay value is high. And that's what we got for Extreme. Check it out.